What's up, guys? This is Nicole, and I'm here on Zach's podcast where we talk about everything, the challenge, personal lives, what's going on, who I'm fucking, and who I'm not. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Zach Nichols podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Zach Nichols.
But more importantly, probably one of my top 3 roommates ever, but I think my favorite bunkmate.
Yes.
Nicole, make your girl say, Zanatta.
Make us say,
I love that introduction. Thank you, Zach.
She's like, sorry,
What's
I'm
up,
not
guys?
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a
exactly.
coxman.
nobody has gotten more ass on this couch than Miss Nicole Zanatta. Thank you so much for
I
being
actually
here.
never did anything on this couch.
Oh, not yet?
You
Not
trying
yet?
to?
Not yet?
A few people.
I'll be honest with you. I've been trying to turn them like you've been burning them. So if I could turn you, that'll be a good marker. I haven't hooked up with a challenger yet. Or maybe I have. It's really good to have you here.
Thank you.
I really am such a fan, especially from everything that Zach has told me. And how does it feel to be one of the big stars on Challenge All-Stars 4?
It feels good. Like, obviously, listen, at the end of it, it's a game. I mean, I think that I'm good to make a final, and hopefully I'm good enough to win a final.
Yeah.
Seems to be a struggle.
For sure.
Well, as long as the ankles stay good, right?
The ankles, the shoulders, I don't know what else. I mean, my entire body pie. Remember with Cam? I had 5 anchors put in.
From
me and Cam wrestling. On, what was that season?
You did some wrestling on this episode,
you
for
wrestled
sure.
Cam
No,
on
yeah. Double agents. Look at
Double
this.
Agents.
Double agents. 5 anchors.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
5
you
anchors.
did hurt your shoulder. Damn.
So
Cam's a salve.
that is a great. I mean,
Savage.
that is a great like legacy question. Is do you feel? What do you feel has gotten you or held you back?
Wait,
I should say?
whoa. Did you guys plan that? You guys are cute.
What, who? Oh, me and
Yeah,
oh.
you guys look like you're on a date.
Hey, all I need in this life is sin. Is me and my girlfriend. I'm gonna turn you.
What would have been crazy if you wore the same number? But
Yeah.
I know, right? Well, if I would have been the
Well, this is
9.
old
I should have been
too,
the
though.
9 since you're the 6.
69.
You're fun, dude.
Well,
you are fun.
a
You
lot
are
of-
fun.
a lot
We're
of-
hanging out after this.
Deal.
No, dude, go Knicks, by the way.
Hell
Round of
yeah.
applause for the New York Knickerbockers.
Beat Philly.
it's been a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell
It's
It's been a while. You guys have struggled.
Yeah,
Next
we,
week
you
Saturday.
guys.
We would be making a lot more money if we played for them, though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Probably. I made $1,500 this week.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah, around Christmas time, I put like something like $200 that LeBron wouldn't make it out of the first round. Cashed in, baby.
I know. You're a savant when it comes to the gambling. Few bets, you lost one, win one. That's how it goes.
Double it up.
That one
after.
was stupid though.
Rogers come back. Okay, so
Anyways, more important, we had a
let's-
really important guest, my favorite bunkmate. You were an integral part of me almost winning Vendettas.
I wish you would have won.
I
I'm
know.
So mad.
I wanted it so bad, but I just remember when we were in the hotel before we went to Vendettas, I literally got there and like we had kind of met on Invasion, and I just remember like I see Nicole, she makes eye contact with me, and then I get on the elevator and I go to my room. I was sneaking Jen into my room because she came to visit, and like there's a knock on the door, and I look, and Nicole's like, just answer, and she's like, I know Jenna's in there. She's like, but like she goes, we're good, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like we're good this season, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it actually ended up working out that like me and Tony made a deal, you and Tony had the deal, and then like our room was like command central of that whole
100%.
show. I got a little squirrely for a second when you almost went into elimination. I'm like,
I was so
besides
nervous.
that,
I was like, oh.
yeah. Besides that, we ran it. So
good.
Yeah,
I
that's a lot
appreciate
of,
you.
So I was gonna ask. I think for me personally, we look at some people, especially like Brandon. We'll talk about him later. That legacy question starts going like, are you in the top half? Are you in the bottom half? You've run 2 finals.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think is the next step? Like, is there something that you were missing during those to not let you get it? Was it luck? Like, I know there's so much that goes into it, but why haven't you gotten a championship in your opinion?
Oh, okay, championship. Because I have shitty luck. Like, I really don't know what it is because I do feel like I have what it takes. But when it comes to showtime, something just goes wrong. So I feel like it's just not my time yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it's shitty to say that, but that's the truth. Like, I'm like, okay.
You also have to remember with your job, her profession, she's not someone that can just be like, on this season, next season, next season. She can't do back-to-backs. And what that does is it makes it so every time you show up, you kind of got to play catch-up.
Yeah,
You know what
oh,
I'm saying? You got to play
yes,
catch-up with the
yes.
alliances. Like now, if you did every show, like a lot of people do, you wouldn't have to do that. So you do have to start from a more difficult position, especially if like the Tonys and the me and people who you know got you locked in aren't there.
See, like that's
So I think
something
that has
else.
a lot to do with it too.
Oh, 100%. Just because I feel like we were just talking about it actually. And I kind of said that I don't have a big group of people that I'm going in with. It's kind of like I have a solid 3, maybe, and that's it. And to me, I feel like I'm never nervous because, listen, if you want to throw me in, throw me in. If you could beat me, you deserve to be there then.
Right.
Like, what am I going to say? But then again, like, I'm also not going to ride with people that I feel like you don't deserve to be there or you're not good enough.
Right.
You know, like
You're not
that's
gonna
it.
help
Like,
me
I don't need you.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And how many seasons have you done?
I wish I knew that question.
Okay, yeah. Well,
it gets cloudy.
I'm
but
just curious, but
Maybe like 3 or 4.
Invasion.
Maybe?
not more than 5.
Invasion, Vendettas,
You then did
Double Agents. All Stars 4, right?
Right.
And that's
so
it.
yeah, only 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
You've
Yeah.
made a big impact
I was
in
gonna
your
say-
4 seasons.
I mean-
it seemed like a lot more. I thought it was like if you would have asked me, I would have probably said like between 6 and 8.
Well, that's
Or
why
6 and 9.
That's why it's profound and why it has to be stated because 2 out of 3 are in the final.
Yes.
All right, and you come close. So to me, as a fan, I'm like, oh, she's really in the mix. Like it's bound to happen. I mean, she's got to get more at bats.
I think I can vouch and say that girls are scared of her.
Yeah, I think so.
They're afraid. They don't want to. They don't want to mess with her.
Yeah.
So she's a threat. Mm-hmm. You know.
So let's get into the episode.
I do feel, sorry, I'm going to jump in.
No,
Jump in
please.
wherever
I
you
do
want.
It's your
feel
show.
like
It's your show. It's your couch.
No way, but don't even say that. I do feel like as far as the threat part, in my eyes, I feel like there's always a stigma as far as the top 3 girls are Rachel, Cara, and Laurel. However, I would have to say, looking at it, I don't think that that's the top 3 in the bigger picture.
Okay.
I
I
do
don't
think
think-
that Cara is really good. Like, I do think that she deserves to be there.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a lot more to the game than just like a physical.
Right. So
Aspect
is there
of it.
someone?
But I think you are physically like
Oh,
I would
physically,
think
I
like
think I could beat.
I would
them, yeah.
compare your athletic ability to a Casey.
I think I'm better than
Nani's.
Casey.
But I would
talk your shit.
But
No,
no,
not to
I
sound
would.
cocky. I do think I'm better,
I'm
yeah.
comparing your skill set to that because you're a female who's very good at like a basketball or a football. Like you're very good at like ball sports.
Yes.
Which is not typical of a female competitor because they don't. A lot of them didn't like. Jenna was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
So put a football in her hands and you're going to literally rock her world. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the difference is I would compare you to that athletic ability, which makes you very intimidating because you're not like, if it's like, hey, we're going to play a physical tackle you game, you're not going to lose to many people.
No.
And I know that because I've also wrestled you. You are pretty strong. Like,
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
I was gonna say, okay, so you're wrestling him, you're wrestling Laurel, you're wrestling these. So when do I want my turn? All right. Okay, so let's get into the episode, and there's gonna be so many like trickle questions. So go on any tangent you want. Trust me, this is your couch. That's the
You
way we
guys
do
are
this
missing
show.
the episode. I wish that this was next week because next week's episode is when like there's game moves that are made.
Okay.
And you will see more of
I do
me.
want to see some of your game moves for sure.
What type of game moves?
Well, I'm interested to see because that Tony leaving is like a big hit.
Oh, that sucks.
But
yeah.
because think about it, you had Jay and Tony.
I was like, yes,
yeah, you were
we're
locked
set.
into yeah.
Yeah.
So I was interested to see that, and that changed the whole because Tony's a presence, man.
Right. Well, that was gonna be
And you
one
guys
of my.
are a tandem. You
Yes.
guys are like bread and butter.
That was gonna be one of my first questions. Like talk about what you came in with. Like, who was your like little alliance, and how was it when Tony left? Like, were you heartbroken? Like, how was it?
So first off, I never tell someone that I'm going. So no one knows. It
Okay.
really is like, listen, because if I see you and we're friends, well, guess what? I have your back. I've never been one, but that backstab somebody, that's not me. So coming in, I was like, Tony and Jay. Jay's number 1 and Tony's number 2. I was like, what could possibly go wrong? The other guy was Leroy, just because I've done seasons with him. So in the back of my head, I'm like, are we working together or are we not working together? Because I know with you and Leroy, I think that was
we
him.
had some
You
friction
guys
towards
had-
the end
yes.
because. And that's what the crazy thing about that to me is I never ever went for Leroy.
No, you never
I
did.
just wouldn't tell him my game moves and I wouldn't protect anyone around him.
Yes.
But his name never came out of my mouth. And my name actually came out of his mouth.
Yes.
But there was friction because he didn't think I was being honest with him. And I wasn't. But I'm also like, I won more money than you over the span of our career. And there's a reason why I won more money was because I kept certain things from you to play a better game. But I never went out of my way to go for Leroy because I think he's that genuinely awesome of a person.
Yes.
So that is my thing with Leroy. And I know that he probably looks back and is like, Zach's a weasel. He's a liar. He's this, he's that. But it was like, I was just playing a game before he realized that this is the game you got to play. But yes, we had friction, but in the game. But I absolutely love him. One of the funniest people alive, and he is someone that I would think you'd have a conversation with because you can trust him 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, going back to Leroy just for a second, there you just feel like he's you're Bananas is being Will Ferrell, and you know what I mean. And like, how can you win if I'm winning?
That's what it was for a long time.
Yeah, that was exactly what it was.
Like, and he stuck around because he was Bananas. Like they worked. It was like his only alliance.
Yeah. And how about one time I can win and Johnny's like,
Nah,
like I gotta win.
That's literally it. Like that's literally their relationship. And then honestly, Cam came around and was like, play a better game.
Yeah.
And then I never actually got to War of the Worlds 2. I got to see that transformation happen, and I was like, they came back. They're dangerous together.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Cam is a.
That concludes the free preview of the Zach Nichols podcast.
So go to Patreon and subscribe to see the rest of the shit that we talk.
Go do it now.